Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Can you hear me? Good evening.
Sir.
Good evening. How are you all doing?
Good, sir.
Good, good, good. Right. So what are we going to do today? Can somebody tell me? What are we going to do today? Okay, web application, web development, web pages. Wow. So people are very excited. Are you really excited about it? Are you really excited about it? Right. Okay. Right, right, right. So I see today good number of responses because you are going to learn something that's really useful for you, right? Okay, okay. So shall we get started, guys? Shall we get started? Shall we get started? Yes. So the first thing, I'm sharing out my screen. In the first 15 minutes, we'll lay the foundation. First 15 minutes are for foundation. And the next 15 minutes and the next 45 minutes, we are going to develop web applications. You are going to enjoy today's session. You are going to see the beauty of Python and Python libraries. Okay, is my screen visible? If it is visible, type visible. Yeah, type visible, at least yes. What? Right. Okay, right. So let's get started. So we want to do Python web pages development or web application development. So today's target is web development. That's what we are going to learn. And I am going to take you through this concept for the next 15 classes. I'm going to make you thorough in the web development. I am going to make you thorough in the web development. Listen to this very carefully. I'm going to make you thorough in the web development. But whatever I teach you in the coming 15 to 20 days, those sessions are just basics. Those are just 5% of what I actually teach. All the sessions, attend, and that I'm going to teach in all the sessions is 5% of what I'm going to teach. in my actual course. We have a course. In our course, we teach 20 times more than what you learn here. Okay, right. Let's get started. So first thing is you need to do some installations. Okay, number one is Python. You already have Python on your PC. That's there. And number two, we need to do some libraries installed, like NumPy, numerical Python, pandas, matplotlib, okay, streamlit, and plotly. So these are the libraries we need to install. So, and also there is one more library named OK. Okay, these are the libraries we need to install. Just keep this in mind. So we need to install these libraries. And after installing these libraries, in another 10 minutes, we are going to start our web application. So how do I install them? Okay, so go to command prompt. So go to run dialog box and type CMD, or go to start menu, type command. So you will see command prompt here, and you are going to see command prompt, and we are going to install those commands. Somebody type pip install. Yes, we are going to install the required libraries. Okay, we have some required libraries. These are the libraries. We are going to install them. We already have Python installed on our PC. Now we are going to install these libraries. So I'm going to use a command called pip Python package installer, or Python installer for packages. You can call it anything. So pip install. We want to install NumPy library. We want to install pandas library. We want to install matplotlib library. We want to install streamlit library. We want to install plotly library. We want to install Seaborn library. We want to install bokeh library. These are the required libraries for our web application development. So let me hit enter. So it's going to install all those libraries. On my PC, all the libraries are already installed. All the libraries are already installed. Normally, it will take around 10 minutes to install all these things, but it will take less than 10 minutes on my PC. Keep that in mind. It will take less than 10 minutes on my PC. So it started installing 2 or 3 libraries. Okay, it has done installation successfully. It has uninstalled some old version. Okay, now it is installing the new version. Right. So those who have turned on their mic, please turn off their mic. Please turn off your mic. You don't need to be administrator. Okay, you don't need to be administrator. Okay, so right, that's one thing you should keep in your mind. You don't need to be administrator. Okay. Now, so we have installed the required libraries. It couldn't install one library called pydantic. Okay, we can ignore that as of now. So I can also check the Python version that I'm using. On my PC, I have Python 3.10.1. I have 4 versions installed on my PC. On my PC, I have 4 versions installed. So I'm done with the installation, guys. Okay, now from the installation, the libraries I'm going to use now are NumPy. I'm not going to use NumPy today, but today I'm going to use pandas. I may use plotly, but I will use streamlit. Basically, I'm going to use this streamlit library today. This is a web app creating library for data science and data analytics applications. Using this library, you can create data science and data analytics, okay, application. So mute yourself, guys, mute yourself. Okay, most of you are, you are turned on your mics and you're speaking. So shall we start application development? How many of you are ready? So today I give you basics, but next 15 days to 20 days, we are going to see amazing things, and they are going to take you by surprise. Okay, let's get started, guys. Let's get started. So first, I'll start with basics. I'm not going to give you theory. Directly, we are going to develop the application directly. So I'll open Python on my PC. Python. So it is loading Python. Okay. And now I'm going to open a new file. So from the Python, ideally, I'll open a new file. This is a new file. And what I do is I will, align this file towards right side. So I just want to give this much space, and remaining space I want to give it for web browser. So on the left side, we'll see the output in the web browser. Left side, we are going to see the output in the web browser. And on the right side, we are going to code our application. Okay. So we are going to see the output in the web browser. So let's start with our application development. So let's start with our application development. This is going to change your perspective on about Python. Okay, very quickly, it is going to change your perspective about Python. Okay, so first thing, I will save this file. So where am I going to save this file? I'm going to save this file in this folder. Why in this folder? Because we are going to develop web application. We need to use some images. I have 3 images here. Okay, we have a video file here. We have a audio file here, and there are 3 text files, CSV files. We can display the data. So shall we get started? Shall we get started? We have our media here. So I'm going to save the Python file in this folder. So let's do that. I'm going to save the Python file in this folder. So the folder name is C drive Streamlit. This is the folder name. And I'm going to name this file as main.py. So this is the file we have created just now. So you can see we created this file just now. Okay. So now we are going to use this file and we are going to develop the application. So we need to run this file from the same DOS, from the same command prompt. Okay. So we need to change to that C drive Streamlit. Okay. And I'm going to run this file using this command Streamlit run. And the file name is main.py. So it is going to load a new web page. It's going to load a new web page. Okay, Python space main.py. What does it mean? Okay, no, Streamlit. Okay, run name.py. We are not going to use Python here. So it loads a new web page. Okay, it loads a new web page. Now you are going to see our application, in the left side, and our code on the right side. First thing is, as I told you, there are several libraries. We are going to use all the libraries in the coming days. But today we'll start with Streamlit. And probably we'll touch pandas, and somehow we'll touch Plotly. Okay, we are going to use these 3 libraries today. Let's start with Streamlit. Okay, I'm going to use Streamlit. So why use Streamlit? Streamlit is a library for Python. It is used to develop data science applications. Okay, data science applications. So I'm going to import the library called Streamlit, and I'll import into a namespace called ST. So whenever we type ST, okay, that we are referring to Streamlit. Right. Now I'll save this. I'll save this. Now I'll choose this button, rerun, always rerun. Okay. Right. So if you have missed the beginning, don't worry. Just look at the code. Installation is very simple. Somebody asked, can you explain the process again? Don't worry about it. Okay. So you will just look at the code. Okay. Right. So, and nobody is going to disturb the class. Nobody is going to turn on your mic unnecessarily. and try to scribble. Okay. So first thing is I want to write my name here as a title. So there is a function called title. I'm going to use this function from this Streamlit st. I'm going to use the title. So I call this, I'll give a title, my name as title. This is my name. So right. So I'll save this immediately. I will see my name as a title. Okay. Or else I want to give another title, my web page. So this is the title I give. So you can see the title is there. Now I want to divide this web page into three sections. Those are called columns. I'm going to divide this web page into three sections. Okay, vertically three sections. 1, 2, 3. Vertically three sections. Each section is a column. So I'm going to create three columns. There is a function called columns. Okay, columns. I want three columns. Okay, I use columns function and I gave 3 as an argument. It's going to create 3 columns. Okay, first column, I want to call it as C1, second one C2, third one C3. So this function from Streamlit is going to create 3 columns and we assign each column to each variable. Okay, right. So then in the first column, I will use a header. Okay, header is a cat. I'm going to use a cat image, in the first column. So there is a cat image here. Okay, so I'm going to use cat image in the first column, a cat. Okay, and the image I'm going to use is cat.jpg. So look at this. We have a heading and the image is cat.jpg. Okay, so I'll just copy these 2 statements and I'll copy those 2 statements. I'll paste them. So in the second column, in the C2, okay, we'll have a heading called a dog and we'll use an image called dog.jpg. In the third column, C3, okay, we'll have a heading called an owl, okay, and the image is owl.jpg. So let me save this. Do you see how quickly we are creating web applications? How quickly? Okay, there is a title and we have 3 headers in 3 columns and each column has an image. So can you expand this image? Yes. Click on this button, you can expand this image and you can collapse the image. So click on this button, you can expand the image, collapse the image. So we have created this thing so far. Right. Now I want to create 3 tabs here, 3 tabs. Okay, so 3 tabs. There is a function called tabs. We are going to use those 3 tabs. Which command is used to get output in the browser? Okay, I used it only once. The command is streamlit run and the file name. File name is main.py. Streamlit run. You can see here streamlit run main.py. This is the command you have to use. Okay, right. So you see how quickly we are developing the applications. Okay, right. So I want to create 3 tabs below this. Okay, there is a function called tabs. We use these tabs and each tab will get a name. So I give list of names. So first tab is sales tab and the second tab is customers tab and third tab is employees tab. Okay, so we'll have 3 tabs here. So let me save this file. You can see 3 tabs: sales, customers, employees. Sales, customers, employees. You can see 3 tabs. Okay, isn't it good? We have created 3 tabs. No HTML, no CSS, no JavaScript. Okay, we are creating tabs. Now after these tabs, on each tab, when you click, it should show a data, okay, file related to that tab. So shall we do that? Okay, so I'm going to use another library called pandas. This will help us to read CSV files. Okay, this will help us to read Excel files. This will help us to read HTML files, SQL files. This is a very useful data science and data analytics library. Okay, using this, we are going to read these 3 files: customers, sales, and employees, these three files. So let's do that. So I'm going to read those three files. This pandas library is now loaded into a variable called PD. And this library has a function called read CSV. So our files are CSV files. Okay, the three files. Okay, we will see that later. Okay, let's go with the flow. Okay, so you're asking questions, so don't ask distracting questions, where I have to change the topic. So images are of different size. Just get the images of same size and you can put them. But if you change the size, if you scale it, you stretch it, okay, then you may lose the image quality, right? Okay, so we are going to use, first we are going to read sales file, sales.csv file, and we assign it to a variable called F1. Okay, right. Similarly, we are going to read, okay, other three files, other two files. Okay, file 2 is going to be customers.csv files. Okay, right. Now, and this is employees.csv files. So we have three files. Now we read those three files. Okay, we wrote those three files. Now I want to connect these three files to three tabs. Okay, sales tab, customers tab, employees tab. So first tab will be assigned to T1, second tab will be assigned to T2, third tab will be assigned to T3. So I'll connect these three files to those three tabs. Okay, there is a function called data frame. It will show the data from Excel, data from CSV files, data from text files. So you can use this and you put file 1 on tab 1 and similarly copy this. Okay, file 2 on tab 2. Okay, and file 3 on tab 3. Okay, just save the file. You can see the output. Okay, so let's see the output. So when you click on sales, you will see the sales data. When you click on customers, you will see the customers data. When you see the employees, click the employees, you'll see employees data. Okay, sales tab will show data from sales.csv. Customers will show data from customers.csv. Employees will show data from employees.csv. And you want to play audio. Okay, would you like to add a audio here below it? Yes, you can add audio. So we have an audio file. Okay, this is the audio file movement.mp3. Okay, and we are going to use that file name. So movement.mp3. So you can place an audio here. So you can see the audio. You can play it. I can hear the sound. Probably you cannot hear it. Like I can hear the sound because I have not shared the sound with you. You don't hear the sound. I can hear the sound. It is playing. And I can set the playback speed. I can download it. Okay. So similarly, I can put a video. So video, there is a video file. So if you look at this, there is a video named news.mp4. I'll place that video also. Okay. So news.mp4. So this is the video file I'm going to place. So you can see it, you have placed a video file. So you can play it. Okay. So you can play a video. So do you think, guys, how quickly we are able to develop a website? Okay, we are going to do a lot of things in the coming 15 days to 20 days. Lot of things, lot of amazing things. But we are just getting started. Okay, we are just getting started about what we are going to do. So I'm going to put a smiley here. So I use, a special function called markdown. And using this, I can use a smiley with sunglasses. Okay, so you can see a smiley with sunglasses here. So, right, guys, do you think the code is very complex to create a web page like this? How many of you think it is complex? If you think it is complex, type complex. If you think it is easy and simple, type easy and simple. Okay. So how many of you think it is complex? It is simple, right? So developing web pages is very, very simple, right? So I told you, right? You are going to like this. So today, I'm just going to lay the foundation. Today is not the final class. Okay, I'm going to repeat what installations you are supposed to do at the end of the class. Okay, those who have missed the beginning, I'm going to repeat those things. So I'm going to delete this code entirely. So I'm going to write something else now. I'm going to write something else. Okay, so I will explain it at the end again. Okay, so I've removed all the code. I'll save it. So everything is disappeared from here. Now this time we are going to create a user form. So you know user forms, right, guys? If you go to a website, you need to enter your name, your email ID, probably your date of birth, your city, state. You have to enter a lot of things. So we are going to create a simple user form today. Very, very simple user form. Somebody turned on their mic. Okay, so please don't do that. Right. So we are going to create a simple user form. Okay, there is a function called form. Using this, we can create simple user form. Okay, so I want to name this, user form as feedback form. Okay, feedback. So I'll use form. Okay, so this is the, user form. And if I save this, it throws an error. The reason it throws an error is very simple. Okay, so right. Okay, so the reason is if you have a form, you should also have submit button. So every form should have a submit button, which will add. So first is I'm going to use with. The statement with is a contextual statement. It will create a context. So, and after the with statement in the same line, you put colon. Okay. Okay. Colon. And after colon, you hit enter. It will create an indentation. So in this indentation, whatever you type, it falls under form. So I want to divide the form into 4 sections. In the first section on the left side, sorry, 2 sections. In the first section on the left side, 2 columns. In the left side, we want to have a text input, and we want to have a slider where you can slide it and choose the value. In the right side, we want to have a date input, and we want to have a radio button where you can recommend the app to the end user. Okay, so let's do that. So let's get started. So I am going to create 2 columns. So we already know how to create columns. So 2 columns, and I create 2 columns with the name column 1 and column 2. So we create 2 columns, and under each column, so with column 1. So under column 1, so what we are going to do is we are going to create a name input box, which is called text input. Okay, text input, and here you have to enter name. Please enter your name. So this is text input body. If I save this, I see error. It says missing submit button, but we are going to put the submit button at the end of the, form. So not in the beginning. So name, after name, we want to use a slider. So for rating the app. So slider. So slider will help us to rate the app. Please rate this app. Okay. So a user can choose between 0 and 10 to rate the app. By default, it is 5. 5 is the default value on the slider. So you can see a slider 0 to 10. By default, the default value on the slider is 5. You can see 5. Okay, right. So we are done with first column. In that we have 2 items. Now let's put the second column. In the second column, we are going to have a date picker. Okay, so where you can choose date of birth. So date input. Okay, so a user can choose the date. So please enter your date of birth. So user can choose the date of birth. So let's save this. So you can see date picker. So user can choose the date of birth. Okay, that is on the right side. Okay, right now we'll also create a radio buttons, two radio buttons where user can choose yes or no. So recommend. So user can choose radio button. So there is a function called radio. So, and you can use this. Would you recommend this app? So would you recommend this app? So, and here we'll have two options, yes and no. So a user can choose yes or no. So you see, we have, would you like to recommend app? Yes or no? Yes or no. So we are done with two columns. Okay. So do you think writing code in Python is easy or difficult? Writing web application in Python is easy or difficult? Do you want to go for HTML, CSS, JavaScript and complicate it? Okay. Do you want to complicate it? No, I don't want to complicate it. Okay. So only Python. We are writing only Python. Of course, we need HTML. Of course, we need JavaScript. Of course, we need CSS, but we will limit them to a great extent. We are going to limit them to a great extent. Now we will have a submit button. After these two columns, we'll have a submit button. Okay. So I'll call it as submit button. So here I'm going to create a submit button. So there is a function called form underscore submit underscore button. This function will create submit button. So on the submit button, we'll have the word submit. Okay, so you can see submit button. Now the error also disappears. So you can input, give the inputs and submit button. Okay. Somebody said no, Mukesh Kumar, no. What does it mean, Mukesh Kumar? Yeah. So here, after that, so after this, now you can, when somebody clicks on the submit button, you want to show the data related to the inputs you give. Okay. So if submit button is true, if somebody clicks on the submit button, then we are going to use a function called write function. Using that, you can write anything to the screen. So use the write function. Okay. So you can use the write function. Okay. Now, so you can write name of the person, which is stored in name variable. Then you can write, date of birth of the person, DOB, which is stored in DOB variable. Okay. And you can write rating that you gave to the app. So it is stored in rating variable. And you can write recommendation. Do you recommend? Okay. So you can, it is stored in recommend button, recommend variable. Okay. So right. So we are done with the program. I'll save this. I'll enter a name. Let's say we'll enter a name called Anand. And this person gives a rating 8. And his birthday is on October 1, 2024. Date of birth is, let's assume same year. Let's not go back to previous years. And would you recommend this product? Yes. Click submit. You can see the outcome. So Anand, date of birth, rating 8, recommend yes. Okay. So do you think this is easy or difficult? Do you think this is easy or difficult? So in the next class, I will take you from scratch, bit by bit, bit by bit. Okay, bit by bit. It doesn't matter if you know basic Python. Okay, I'm going to help you build web applications from scratch. And do you think your friends should also learn? Then you can invite them too. Okay, right. So whatever you learn in this 20 sessions or 15 to 20 sessions, that is the 5% we train you in the technology. It is 5%. There is remaining 95%. Okay, that you should learn. Okay, let's create one more application. So today is the taster class. I'm just giving you the taster. and you are going to see the ultimate thing in the upcoming classes. So we are going to develop a powerful application at the end of this program. So you are going to learn a lot about web pages. You are going to see how to develop a website, multiple pages, how to move from one page to other page. You are going to see all those things in simple terms. Okay, so let's import the same library. Okay, now we are going to use two more libraries this time. One is pandas library. Okay, other one is plotly library. So Streamlit is for web apps, for data science. Okay, okay. So can you please share the code we want to try out? Definitely, I'll share the code. Definitely. Okay, how to create left side part and link it with code in Python. So it is very simple. You run the code, run this command. Do you see this? You run this command. Okay, that's it. It will show it in the browser automatically. Okay, it will show it in the browser. Streamlit run main.py. Okay, this command will show the output in the browser. Okay, right. So I'll share the code with you. I'll share the code with you. Okay, right. So, okay, I'm going to put some code in the chat box only. Let's write this following code. I'll directly put it in the chat box. Okay, so instead of wasting our time. So this is the library for data science applications. Now we are going to use another library, which is for data analytics and data science as well, which is pandas. You can handle one-dimensional data, two-dimensional data in pandas. Okay, we are going to do that. Okay, so don't worry, you are beginner, don't try to do it. So there is person named you cannot be you. Okay, you are something, change your name. Okay, so right. So now we are going to use another library called plotly, which is for creating charts, graphs, visuals, interactive visuals, animated visuals. So we are going to use that. Now we are going to import this also. So we have three libraries. They are loaded into three small variables: st, pd, px. Okay, now first I'm going to use px, plotly express, and we are going to use some stock market data. We are going to use some stock market data. So before that, I will use the title for this program. Okay, so I'm going to use title. So use the title function, call this program as stock data and charts. Stock data and charts. This is the title of the web page. You can see it very clearly. So right, in Mac, what we need, you need the same thing in Mac also. Shortcut key to open the command prompt is Windows plus R. We can type the pip install and libraries. Yes, Samyukta Cutter key. Okay, right. So we have this. I'm going to share with you amazing things, guys. You will be surprised to know what are the things you can do in Python. Okay, so now this time we are going to see a data. We are going to see data, stock market data. Of course, it is a world data, but we are going to create a drop down. You can select multiple columns from the drop down. Whenever you select a column, it will show the data for that column in the window, and also it will generate a chart for that. It will generate a chart for that. Okay, command prompt is not available in Mac. Then you have terminal. So command prompt, it is same as terminal. Okay, you have terminal, right? Yes, terminal. Okay, right. So now what we are going to do is we are going to look at a data set. So there is a data called stocks. Okay, so now whenever you use these kind of applications, it will create a data frame, which is a tabular data. So we'll display the data here. To display data or anything, use the right function. It is going to display the data. So this is a data. So right. Can we use Anaconda? Yeah, you can use Anaconda. You can use Anaconda. That's not a problem. Okay. So you see, this is the data. there is a date column and there are 6 stocks: Google stock, Apple, Apple stock, Amazon stock, FB stock, Netflix stock, Microsoft stock. So 6 stocks, 6 company stocks are there. It is a small data set, not a large data set, very small data set. So we are going to display only those columns that we select from the drop down, and we are going to put a chart. I know most of you are not understanding what we are doing now. So, but from the next class, I'll teach from scratch. But you are seeing, right, the power of Python. Okay, the power of the libraries of Python. Okay, so right. Now you are going to learn all these things from us. Okay, and you can learn more from us. Right. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is, first thing, on the left side, I will create a sidebar, right? Left side pane. I'm going to create a sidebar. So sidebar. Okay, sidebar. So I'll just save this. So of course it shows an error because I didn't tell it what to show on the sidebar. So I'll, put a select box there, and it is going to show a message called select data. Okay, and under that you will have a data set, so in the form of list. So I will call it as data frame demo. I'll call it as data frame demo. So you see, I'll save this. So you can see the sidebar here, a sidebar. Very quickly we are able to create a sidebar. And on the sidebar, what do we have? We have a select box. Okay, so you see this select box, you can select anything of your choice here. I'm just putting it simply. Okay, and what are the things you can have? You can have data frame demo. You can have uh, image demo. So you can have video demo. So you can have different items in the drop down. So go here. Now you can choose different items: data frame demo, image demo, video demo. You can choose different items. So how quickly we are able to create these elements quickly, more quickly than what in HTML and CSS, isn't it? Isn't it, guys? Isn't it? You are doing it more quickly. So I'll assign it to a variable called program. Okay, right. Now in the next line, I will put, I am going to put a checkbox here. We are going to use the checkbox at the end, but first I'm going to place the checkbox here. So in the sidebar, we are going to use checkbox, and this checkbox will show a text called display code. Okay, so, and I will assign it to a variable called code. Okay, you don't need to assign it, but I'm going to assign it for some reason. Now, do you see a checkbox which reads display code? Of course, nothing happens with this checkbox. We are going to see what you can do with this checkbox at the end of this class. Okay, so don't need to worry anything, understand anything right now. In the next class, I'm going to teach everything from scratch, from bottom. Okay, from every idea, every nut and bolt we are going to see. Okay, right. Don't worry, you have not installed the Streamlit. Somebody says Streamlit is not recognized. You have not installed the Streamlit. Okay, we'll fix those errors. Okay, we'll fix those errors. Okay, now we have this data. Okay, now I'm going to create a drop down called multi-select. Multi-select, select, and it's going to, this multi-select will, appear here. Select stocks, any stock, like we have Facebook stock, Amazon stock. Okay, so FB stock, we have stocks, and from this we want to display. Okay, so all the stock names. So for that, from df stands for data frame. It's a variable, simple variable. You can name it as anything, but I use data frame. So df, and I'm going to use all the column names. Okay, column names. So one column. Okay, So see, we are going to see all the column names, and I want everything to be displayed in the drop down like this. Okay, everything to be displayed in the drop down. Okay, right. Just a minute. It is little difficult to scroll it. Yeah. Multi-select. Select stocks. Okay. And df dot columns. One column, comma, right. Df dot. Yeah, this is dot. Right. Df dot columns. And here we have. Okay, right. Now let's say you will see, previously you saw data, right? You will see the column names for the data. How it is appearing, I'll explain all those things little by little. So you see, you can select Apple, FB, Microsoft, Netflix, Amazon, Google, or you can select only few, columns. Whatever stock you select, it should display the data only for that stock. Okay, then it will display the chart for that stock. Okay, so that we are going to do. We are going to write another subheader header. So it is going to be stock selected stock data. Selected stock data. Okay. Now we are going to have stock data here. Okay. Right. So let's, from this data, we'll select the date column and we'll select the columns, whatever columns which are selected here. This area is called stocks. Okay. Don't worry about it. We are going to understand it little by little. Okay. I will explain everything from scratch in the next class. This code is little difficult for some of you, but don't worry. I'll explain everything from scratch in the next class. So right. So here, so we are going to use date column plus we're going to use stocks. Okay, and set index date. So you will understand it. Okay, now let's select. So we selected Netflix. Okay, there is no error. Somebody said there is no error. That's good. So Netflix, Amazon, Google. So you see Netflix, Amazon, Google. If you don't want Netflix, cancel it. You will see Amazon and Google. If you want to select Microsoft, you can see data for Amazon, Google, Microsoft. So you can see the data only for the selected columns. Now we want to display the chart for this. We want to display the chart for this. Let's display the chart for this. So now I'm going to create a figure. So we have this plotly. We have used, a lot of functions, a lot of, modules so far, Python modules or Python libraries. So we are going to display line chart. And on this data, X is equal to date column and Y equal to stocks that you select here. Whatever you select here, it is called stocks. Okay, and we hover the data. So whenever you put mouse, it should display, date, and it should display something like this. It should display pipeline symbol and year number and month name and day number. So right, you can see this. Okay, so right. So let's save this. Yes, somebody's trying to ask some question. Don't worry. So finally, you are going to put the chart here, right? Using right, you can put anything on the screen. So it puts the chart. So I want just, Microsoft stocks. You can see only chart for Microsoft. Okay, if you want stocks for FB also, you can see stocks for Microsoft and FB. If you want stocks for Netflix, it shows chart for Microsoft, FB, and Netflix. Okay, Microsoft FB and Netflix. Okay, so yeah, so you can see chart for everything you want. Okay, not only that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to display this code on this web page. The code that I'm going to write will be displayed on this web page. Okay, so when I check this, it should display the code here, but it is not displaying any code. So I'm going to do that. So now see how it's going to display. Whenever you check this checkbox, it is going to display the code below. Okay, so if code, so there is a function called code function that will display the code. Whatever code you select, it will display that code. Okay, right. It will display that code. We'll just copy and we'll paste it here. This. So now look at this. Okay, you check this checkbox, you will see the code below, Python code, the code that you have used to write this program. Okay, this is how you create web applications so quickly in Python. Okay, now I'm going to repeat the steps that you are supposed to do from the beginning. But before that, do you want to learn it more? How many of you are interested to learn it more and more and more from beginning, from scratch? From scratch. From scratch. Of course, in a minute, I'm going to explain how to do the installation and all that again. So how many of you want to do it from beginning? From scratch. So in the next class, not tomorrow, probably you will not have class tomorrow because tomorrow is the festive season. So how many of you want to learn from scratch? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, most of you have responded. Okay, so most of you responded from scratch. Okay, right. Now that's good. But I also want to know how many of you want to bring your friends? How many of you? Okay, bring your friends. Don't you see the magic of this? Magic of this, the beauty of this, the magic of this. You know, I see this is magical. I see this is magical. Okay, it is really magical. Okay, right. So this is beautiful and you can do a lot of things. Yeah. So I'm going to, give you the steps, what you're supposed to do. Okay, so I'll switch to Notepad. First, you need to have Python installed on your PC. Python. After that, you need to install these libraries. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Streamlit, Plotly, Bokeh, and if possible, Cbot. So install all these libraries. How many libraries are there? 7 libraries. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Streamlit, Plotly, Bokeh, Cbot. So you know how to install Python. We discussed it in the beginning of our class. Now you need to know how to install these libraries. How to install these libraries. Okay. So how do you install it? Use the following command in the command prompt. Go to command prompt. Okay. If you are using Mac, go to terminal. Okay. There you type this pip install numpy pandas matplotlib streamlit plotly bokeh cbot. Okay, you have to write this command. So pip install and type the name of libraries you want to install. That's what you are supposed to do. So copy this. I'll copy this. Now we already have this one. I'll open it again. Go to start button, click on start button and type command. So it shows command prompt. Open it. So right. And here you paste it. Hit enter. It will start installing all the required libraries. Okay, it will take 1 or 2 minutes. It will start installing. So on my PC, most of the libraries are already there. It says requirement already satisfied, requirement already satisfied. So most of that Libraries are already installed. So, right, there is a small warning. So I can ignore this warning. Okay. So it says something about pensive Python headless. Okay, I can ignore this one. Okay, right. So I hope you got it. So after that, after you install it, okay, command prompt shortcut key is Windows plus R. Right. Somebody put that. So that is good. So that is good, Sumaya. So right. Now after that, you open a Python file. You open one Python file. So I'm going to open the Python. Open Python. So I open one new Python file. So I'll open a new Python file. So this is the new Python file. Save this Python file. Save this Python file. So I'm going to save it in a folder called C and Streamlit. The folder name is Streamlit. I will name this file as, October30.py. I'll name this file as October30.py. I want to run this file. So go to command prompt again. Go to that folder where you have saved the file. So C Streamlit. CD stands for change directory. Okay, change to Streamlit. So in this directory, you have your Python file. Okay, where you are going to develop the application. So type this command, Streamlit run, and the file name is October30.py. That's it. It's going to run the file and it will open the file in a web page. It is going to open it. So do you see the web page? So because your file has no code, you don't see anything in the web page. You got it, guys? Now we are going to learn these things day by day. So you will become a web developer. You will be recognized in the world of AI, in the world of data science and data analytics. Okay, right. So now it's time for you to ask any questions. Any questions? Yeah. Any questions? Ask any questions you want to ask. We have 5 minutes time. So anybody would like to ask any questions? Yeah.
Sir, record section send చేస్తారు సార్ మాకి after.
Can you speak in English? Can you say the same in English?
After completion of section,
Your name is Rakshasudu. Okay, Rakshasudu should not learn these kind of applications. Okay, so our team will contact you. Okay, our team will contact you. Right. Right. Okay. Now, anybody would like to ask any other question? No technical. Nobody is asking technical questions. As I mentioned, my email ID. Okay, because it is not installed on your PC. You see this. Okay, can you share agenda of Python full stack in next class? Okay. Right. Who is that?
May I know the duration of the course?
See, it is 30 days, right? We already told you it is 30 days.
What I get
Okay.
after the completion of this?
Yeah, that you can talk to our recruitment team. We have a recruitment team. They will talk to you. Okay, I am a technical guy. I'll speak about technical guy. Our team is very effective and efficient. It's a wonderful team. Okay, you can talk to them.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So they
sir.
will contact you. They will contact you. Yeah.
I have
In the middle of the course, they will contact you. Yes.
I have missed the last sessions. Can I get it?
Yeah, our team will, it's going to give you access to some of the sessions. It's going to give access to the sessions. Worry not about those. Okay, don't worry about those.
Hi, sir.
Right.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Sir, as I mentioned my email ID yesterday, but I did not receive any link from you guys, sir. My friend had suggested me today also.
Okay, so probably, you will get update very soon. Okay, because people are busy with festive season. Surely you will get an update. Okay, without any delay, you will get an update.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Right. And Anybody wants to ask any other question? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I don't know about this course. Can you explain in a short? What is it
Yeah.
about?
This course was introduced in the induction class. Okay, this is for the people who want to settle in Python. Okay, and
Okay.
who want to find the career in Python. That's for that. Okay. So somebody is asking about full stack, full stack, full stack. Do you know the meaning of full stack? Can you, guy, two people asked about full stack. Do you know the meaning of full stack? Do you know the meaning of full stack?
No,
Can
sir.
you? Two people asked, not you, three people actually. Yeah, two people. Okay. Full stack, full stack. Okay. What is the meaning of full stack? Full stack, full stack, full stack. Okay. It is front end plus back end? No. It is your assumption about full stack. This is what market created. Full stack means anybody who can develop an application and give it to the, concerned team or client application. So full stack may not include web application. Remember, web application, it can also be a desktop application. Any application that is full, it doesn't need to be web application. It is called full stack. You can, create your own windows without using a browser. When somebody double clicks on the icon, it will open in a new window. Okay, that is called full stack. Full stack has several meanings. Full stack has several meanings. See, we are giving you the best in the market, the best. In the study classes, you will get the best in the market. Nobody can give you what we are giving. Okay, that's what you can do. The best. Got it, Vanilla and other person, Saga. Yeah, got it.
Sir,
Yeah, the best
Sir,
will give you. Yes.
sir, after creating web pages, how can we share that to others? Or
You have to, any application you use, when you create a web pages, the system on which you create web pages, it should be in the network. Then you can share with the people who are in the same network. Okay. But if you want others to access your, web pages who are outside of your network, then you have to use public IP. Public IP.
will
Okay.
you teach it tomorrow, sir? Like when
So
next
how
class?
can I teach it tomorrow? Public IP, you have to buy it. You have to take it on a rental. It is a big process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is a big process. First, you have to apply for the IP, or else you should go for Microsoft Azure platform, or you should go for AWS platform. You should go for Google Cloud platform, or you should buy from some web vendor. This they'll sell the space for you online, web hosting vendor. You have to buy the space from them. Okay, we need to,
Okay,
yes,
sir.
you have to give the full path of the
Sir,
files you mentioned. It's expensive thing. Yeah.
sir,
Yes.
after the completion of these 30 days, did we get any certification from?
Yeah, you will definitely get a certificate. Definitely get a certificate.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes. You will learn, it will change your thinking about Python. It will add some skill to you, and you can market yourself, and our team is there. It will help you in many ways. It will help you in many ways. Okay. Right. Yeah, definitely certificate is based on attendance, guys. Yeah, Git. I teach Git. Actually, I'm a DevOps trainer. So I teach DevOps. DevOps include Git. We teach Jenkins. We teach Docker, and we teach Kubernetes. In the DevOps, we teach Git, Jenkins, Docker, and Kubernetes. We teach all those things. Okay. But in this program, we are not teaching it. In this program, in this 30-day program, you are not going to learn Git. But if you want to learn, we have a very, very wonderful program. Okay, we have a wonderful program, and there you can learn about Git. Okay, so got it? You whoever asked for Git, you got it? So we teach CI/CD. Okay, under DevOps we teach CI/CD. We teach GitHub. We teach Kubernetes. We teach Docker, and we teach Jenkins. Yeah, right. Any other question? Any other question? So you got meeting link. Yeah, CI/CD pipelines. Right, CI/CD. Yeah, pipeline. You don't need to call it as pipeline, but yes, there is pipeline. Okay, CI/CD. That's right. Okay, how much percentage you are considering the attendance at? That is considered by our HR team. We have a HR team. We have recruitment team. We have different teams actually. On Tek Ikons, we have around 5 to 6 teams. Each team has different criteria to judge. So make sure you attend every class. Make sure you attend every class. Hey, why do you want to know your attendance percentage? When you give attendance, we will get to know your attendance percentage. You don't need to know about your attendance percentage. Okay, right, guys? I told you I'll share the code, right? Last code. I'm going to share it. I'm going to put it in the chat box. So I don't know how many of you are going to copy it. Okay, so I'll copy, and I don't know, is it going to accommodate, that your message, it's too long, please try sending multiple shorter messages. So I'll try to send, the main code. I'm sending the main code. Right, I put the code. Okay, I'm sending it now. Right, so I send the code, guys. Receive it. So yeah, I did it. Thank you for suggesting that I should copy twice. Thank you. So right, in a second part also sent. Right, guys, have a great time ahead. See you in the next class. Okay, tomorrow is holiday. It's festive season. So enjoy your festive season. We'll connect later. Bye.
Bro, is anyone there?
Yes.
Sir, how can we mark attendance? I mean, where actually?
Attendance link is shared in the chat box, right?
Okay, sir. I thought it was a feedback form. Sir, so here we are going to learn about full stack of Python, right?
The real full stack will take 8 months. We are doing it in 1 month.
Yes, sir. I mean, not Python, actual Python.
You
So
are
we are,
going to learn something that you don't learn in the market.
Yes,
We
sir.
are
Yes,
going
sir.
to learn something that will help you in AI, data science, and data analytics.
Okay, sir.
Don't you think it is worth? It is
Yes,
worth.
sir. It's
It's
worth it.
worth, yes, sir. It's worth more. Sir, can we leave the session? Okay,
Yeah, good night, everyone. See you all in the next session.
Thank you, sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.